G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 11 of my Beginner's Fire Pets Cabalist playthrough. Last episode we made it up to Barrowholm, which is just here, and I said in between episodes I was going to farm up a Wendigo Gaze, and I have done that, and I've also farmed up a whole bunch of Wendigo Eyes, and one more Wendigo Glare in addition to all the ones I had from the previous episode. So I've got my new medal just here, and I figured I should spend a little bit of time just going over the affixes on it, because at this point in the game you don't actually want pet prefixes or suffixes. At this point in the game you want resistances. So while the suffix on this is basically worthless, because I don't hit things with my weapon and I don't do poison damage, the prefix is pretty good. So I got Incorruptible, which is going to be giving me the Aether and Chaos, and then Pierce and Poison, pretty sure just comes from the Wendigo Gaze. So this is really, really good. Get a pile of resistances. But the reason we're actually using this, and you'll get this on any Wendigo Gaze, is +1 summon limit to raise skeletons. So that's one additional skeleton. And then +3 to Undead Legion, which is another skeleton. So this gives us 2 additional skeletons. So we're at 8 at the moment, and if I put this on, now we should be at 10. So the next one here, I think 19, no, it should just be 20. So at 20 out of 12 on the Undead Legion here, we will get our 7th additional skeleton from Undead Legion, and that should, I believe, be the last one. Okay, so I want my Aether Soul back, and let's go ahead and chuck that on there, so as I still have my movement skill. And then the other thing I wanted to do before we got started is I want to wear at least one of these pair of shoulders or pants. So let's just see what happens to my resistances if I swap them both out. That looks pretty good. The leg plates of Valor, the scaled hide on that is actually not super important. These are really important early, because everybody has good armor at the start. But once you've leveled up to the point where you're starting to struggle to have enough physique to put on heavy armor, although at this point, kind of not. But once you get to a certain point, if you're not focusing on armor, you can actually just have less absorption and you're going to be fine, because if you get hit for 1,000 damage, okay, and your armor absorption is 84%, and let's say I get hit in the head, my armor absorption, whether that is 70% or 100%, I don't have enough armor for it to actually make any difference at all. So if you're not focusing on armor, the armor absorption stat can, in some circumstances, not really be worth the component slots that you need to actually use it. So I am tempted to just leave that at 84, or even to swap this scaled hide out for an ancient armor plate, which would actually give me more armor. And then, even though 16% of all the damage I get just goes straight through my armor anyway, I'm still, I'm wearing level 40 armor. I don't have a huge amount of it, is basically what I'm saying. I do need the bleeding res, so I'm going to be putting this back on. And I do need some Aether res as well, so I'm going to put that back on as well. As for these pants, can I take these off without wrecking my resistances? I can. And, poison basically doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so what I might do is I might actually keep these. The 5% physical resistance on these leg plates is actually pretty good. And then what I could do is take the scaled hide over there and put a pet component on the chest. But I think I'll probably just keep it as it is, actually. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I figured it out. No, it didn't hurt. I'm going to keep the item here. And then I'm going to go and... Actually, I'm going to do the same on my chest, now that I'm thinking of it. I have a plan. Don't worry, it's genius. I hope. Assuming my maths is good. Also assuming I didn't just do something silly. Scaled hide does go on the shoulders. Beautiful. Alright. So that's going to give us a little bit more absorption. And here's where it gets good. We've got ancient armor plates on the chest and also on the legs. So we got a decent amount more armor here, and we're up to 95% instead of 98%. This is actually going to be considerably better defensively, in my not so very humble opinion. Alright, let's chuck these in here. These pants, honestly, I'm probably not going to use them. Oh, and I wanted that back, didn't I? Okay, we're actually looking pretty good. So 10 skeletons now. And once we get into the city of Malmouth, we will indeed be getting an 11th. Probably. We'll see how we go for skill levels. But we should be getting an 11th one once we get into the city of Malmouth. Okay, speaking of, we have Barrowholm stuff to do. So, let's go and get the Barrowholm stuff done. Now, unless you need one of the monster infrequents from either Namadea or the Reaper, you pretty much always want to side with Barrowholm, or, you know, if you don't like cannibals, that's fine as well. But unless one of those is true, you generally want to side with the Barrowholms. So let's be friendly with them. You get more XP because you have their quests to do. You get access to all of their faction gear, including the augments, which are pretty good. I think Vitality and Bleed augments are... I don't want to say their specialty, but they have really good ones. So extra XP, extra faction loot, and just generally all-round good things, and all it costs you is your ability to easily farm Reaper Pants and Namadea's medals and hat. So unless you need one of those items, there's really no advantage deciding against them. Like I said though, if you are opposed to cannibals, then fair enough, play on, and enjoy killing them. However, I'm going to side with them because I can overlook some pretend cannibalism in the pursuit of power for my character. Okay, so we get a couple of these guys to rescue as well, and then, oops, if I can click the right options. And then we've got the mines. Now, I am notoriously bad at the mines. I generally will miss one or two, oh, hang on, Generals of Mending. Now that I've got one, it's absolutely raining metals. Is this going to be better? No. No, and it's not even close. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the mine, I'm pretty good at missing one crab and then having to come back and do it. I'd like to be able to say that I haven't missed one for a little while, but I leveled a Reaper recently. I didn't record this one, but I did level a Reaper, and I definitely missed one, or, you know, it might have been a couple. But I missed at least one, so, you know, reset the clock. I'm going to kill all of these Wendigos, though, because they definitely have the potential to drop me a better Wendigo gaze. Maybe not, maybe they're not going to, but they have the potential there. Alright, so into the mine, and we are here for these guys. Ugdenbog, where'd he go? Pit Creepers. Now, I don't have the quest for this particular quest yet, but I know from previous runs through here that it is the Pit Creepers we're here to kill, and I kind of know where all their little hidey holes are. But in general, as long as you just walk everywhere, you will find them all, and you'll pretty much kill them all. Especially as a pet build, you're not going to accidentally miss any, because the skeletons don't accidentally miss things. They deliberately kill everything. Alright, getting some homestead rep, which is kind of whatever at this point. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Homestead, I think, has one augment that's useful occasionally, and then the fire and lightning ones are not so useful, because elemental resistance exists. Okay, these guys here, we don't actually have to kill everything in here, we just have to kill the... where are they? The pit creepers. There might not even be one here. This little section here, you may have noticed them drag themselves out of the ground. This bit right here, you want to make sure you stand kind of at least this far in. Because otherwise there's a good chance that they will just stay under the ground and there'll be a pit creeper there and you won't even know that you've missed him. Also want to grab the treasure trove. First place to check for the treasure trove is over here. It's kind of in that little lower section. It might actually be here, but one of these two sections you'll go down a little ramp and there'll be a treasure trove there or not. Second spot is here. Third spot is kind of over here, I think. And there's at least one more spot after this. We are, of course, getting the loot in the walls, because hidden loot is the best loot. Okay, and I've pretty much gone everywhere, which is what you want to do. There is a spot back here that I've missed, but I'll get that on the way back. And then over here, we just want to make sure, yep, there's more pit creepers. We want to make sure we get all of them, basically. Total shell level up. Love to see that. I've got to get better at pushing Blood of Dreeg. I don't know if I lost the buff there, but I probably did. Alright, this totem here potentially may have a treasure trove next to it. I think that's the last place. There may be one sort of up here that I'm misremembering, but I think this might be the last spot as well. Okay, let's pop this. Manticores. I really enjoy seeing Manticore heroes because, well, potentially you could be getting Manticore eyeballs. Manticores being notoriously blind. Alright, we've hit respected with the Coven, which means 14 levels from now, we will have the levels to wear the gear that we've just got the reputation for. Also, level 51. We're now at 2 skill points per level. So level 50 will be the last level, you get 3. And from here on out, you'll get 2 until you hit level 90. 90 will be the last time you get 2 points, and then 91 through to 100, you get 1 point per level. So let's go ahead and chuck all of the points into Aspect of the Guardian. I'm going to get this up to, I think it's 10 points. It might be 11, but there's a breakpoint at around 10% physical resistance that I want to get to. Also, giving my pets 60% poison and acid resistance is really going to help in any kind of area where there is poison goop on the ground. You want to avoid the goop in general, but goop for pets is really, really bad, especially for the skeletons, who are a little bit softer than the bigger pets, like the hellhound, the smelly potato, and the angry pot plant. The familiar actually is pretty squish as well, so we can keep them out of that. That would be ideal. Okay, here's the boss fight. This room here, once we get sort of over here, the big crab will climb his way out of the ground, and then we're just going to blow him up. So he gets 1, he gets 2 attacks, and he's dead. Let's go out of the aether goop on the floor. Actually, we'll grab the loot, and then I think we'll be on our way. I'm pretty sure I got everything, except maybe some in that little section that I said I'd come back for. There's a few places I'm going to make sure I walk over on the way out, but I'm pretty sure I got it all, with the exception... Did I get the loot in the walls here? We're going to have to go and check. Alright, so I did miss some, so it's a good thing I came back. Now we've got the loot in the walls. Dominators is kind of not good. Taskmasters, however, is pretty good. So Elemental and Bleeding resist. I can't really afford to lose that Vitality resistance. Otherwise I would swap this in. The Aether and Chaos resistance for the pets is going to be very useful coming up with the City of Malmouth. Normal Malmouth is going to absolutely crush your skeletons. By the time we get to Ultimate, we will have resistance augments for them, and you shouldn't lose more than maybe 1 or 2 skeletons the entire way through the whole City of Malmouth in Ultimate. In normal, however, you don't have the reputation to get those augments, and so your skeletons will need to be resummoned pretty much constantly. Alright, this is the section that I skipped on the way through, so I'm going to go this way. Just going to make sure I didn't miss anything. And we'll go this way as well. Yeah. There's a few here. That's fine. Alright, I'm going to say I got everything, and we will find out when we get back to Barrowholm. So we've got a few more things to do, and then we'll be making our way to Malmouth. I think I still need a leaf main horn, so fortunately this guy right here is definitely 100% going to drop one for me. Shout out to whoever it was who told me about this guy being 100% drop rate. I apologize, I can't remember your name, but go ahead and put your hand up in comments and I'll pin your comment. There is also a Basilisk that'll do it as well, but I can't remember where he is. I just remember this one, because I was forever looking for the dang things. Okay, Ice Scorn can go. Take the loot though. Okay, Venom Gaze Vial. Don't need it. So I've already got all of that I need for that quest. Let's go ahead and get these last two. Hang on, where am I going? Yeah, I do need to go down here. We get these last two wards, then we have to go find lunch, and then I think we're done with Barrowholm. Go turn a few more quests in the Coven. Look at the shiny gear that we have the reputation to buy, but not the levels to wear. And I believe you're required to be sad about that. It's alright though, as soon as we hit 65 we will be back, and we will be putting those chest and shoulders on, and we'll get +6 to raise skeletons, which will free up, well, probably it'll free up some gear slots. Maybe something like this ring ordered of Cage Souls. This is decent, but it's not amazing, and the best thing about it is the +3 to raise skeletons, which is going to make it slightly difficult to replace that one until 65. Alright, lunch is not here. So remember, Barrowholm is a bunch of cannibals, and they've sent us out to collect all the travelers. Pick that up, please. Alright, and of course, they are going to be in the last potential spot. I reckon if I had checked here first, they wouldn't have been here, and instead they would have been over here. But anyway, it's fine. You'll be okay. I can get you to Barrowholm. Get in the rift, lady. Alright. Northern Ward. Did I walk straight past this one, did I? It's entirely possible. It's probably going to be quicker to walk, which is unfortunate because it's not a fast walk. It's alright. We'll just leave everything, or at least walk past everything.
Can't do that yet.
And the pets can kill things as we walk. I'm pretty sure it's this one. In fact, if it's not that one, I'll eat my hat. Or my character will eat his hat somehow. I'm not wearing a hat. It's going to be hard to eat. Alright, nearly back. And then after this, we'll head back to the Coven. We'll do a bunch of turn-ins there. Probably hit 52. Yeah, I did. I walked straight past it. And then we are heading through the Warp to Malmouth. And then the fun begins. So the city of Malmouth is actually decently fun, in my opinion. If you ignore all of the walkways and the problems with pathing, it's a pretty good city. And we have a couple of monster infrequent items from the city of Malmouth that are going to be really, really nice. Including one hat that is as rare as hen's teeth. But definitely want to get our hands on it. Alright, so we need to kill Larria, which means we need to go to the Ogdenbog Rift. And then we're going to come around here. Now, whether you choose to warn Larria or kill Larria, Larria's going to die anyway. So I'm going to save some time and just kill her. But it is up to you. If you kill her, I believe you lose reputation with the Coven. But seeing as how the Coven is pretty much the easiest faction in the game to get reputation with, and Barrowholm's usually one that I have to specifically go and farm for, I'm going to take the Barrowholm reputation and just kill her. So, sorry about that, but you're worth more to be dead than you are alive. Alright, we'll go turn this in. I believe the next quest is going to be reputation locked, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to get it, but we'll have a look. Also pretty sure he's going to be out here. What are we up to with Barrowholm, actually? They're at the top, aren't they? Yeah, not even close. There's just no way. Here we go. Scorv is his new getup. Yes, Larry is dead. Is there anything you need? And we can just basically loop that conversation at the moment. So we are done with Barrowholm in normal difficulty, but Coven has some more quests for us. At least some. We could go up the ramp. We're not in Malmouth yet. Okay, what do we do next? I guess this is the best we've got. What'd you have in mind? Seems simple enough. I'm missing the heart, I assume. Ogdenbloom. Alright, well, I've got one or two of those. Here you go, Garadia. Here they are. Go on, continue. I've dealt with that. Matron Malostria is down here. And did I rescue the witches? I think I've already done that. Alright, let's find out. We've dealt with that trader. Okay, and we will restore the wards. Since we're already over here, we'll go get these two first. So the wards are going to be up here and down here. Not too terribly difficult to find them. I guess we can pick up some loot on the way. You'll see the stars on the map. Not particularly difficult to find them. Alright, and then the next one, kind of pretty much directly south. I do want to check... Oh no, I already went through here. That's right, I was looking for Wendigo Gaze. Alright, so everybody's dead. The two wards out here have been recovered, reset, powered on, whatever it is we've been sent to do. And this is the third one. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the end of the quest for now, but we may get one more. Let's just see how good my memory is. Okay, Matron Malostria. Okay, yeah, don't take it personally, but we don't like you very much. Cool. Alright, so 1 and 2. Okay, maybe it was 9% then. I'll have to check on this. I definitely do want to be getting more points into Hellfire, and we do want to be getting up to 50 points here. Necromancer is pretty much as done as it's going to get, but yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, also want to vendor all this stuff, and then we will head through to... what's that place called? Malmouth. There we go. Oh, this as well. I meant to mention this when I picked it up, but then I got stuck waffling about something else and I forgot about it. So, that is Stonefist Rebuke, which if you find this at level 50 and you're playing a soldier, you are very, very happy. Unfortunately, I'm not playing a soldier, so I'm going to sell this one. But that is a really nice weapon for a Force Wave soldier. In fact, that weapon will take you from level 50 all the way to level 94, where you will replace it with the mythical version of itself. So it's a really good weapon. But we're not playing Force Wave this time, so we'll just continue on here. So we're looking for an offhand and a helmet in the city of Malmouth. And then we will probably go around and we'll probably want the belt too. Yeah, definitely want the belt. So 3 more monster infrequents, and then finish up Malmouth. Then we'll head on down to Forgotten Gods, although it's kind of done. There's a little bit left to do, but the majority of Forgotten Gods is done. So it's going to be Malmouth, finish off Forgotten Gods, and then pretty much just go to Ultimate. But before we can do Malmouth, we obviously have to get to the city. What is going on here? I have no idea what this is. I'm just gonna call it a graphical glitch and be on my way. I actually have no idea what that is. Ooh, Bound Wraith. Wanderer's Bound Wraith too. It's alright, we're not going to use the Bound Wraith on this particular build, which is good because those things are a pain to farm. Alright, come on you. There we go. Firestorm Scepter, definitely going to be eating that blueprint. And we can push in here, pop this altar. You know what? I'm going to change that to move too. I don't really want to be attacking anything. Alright, and in we go. So this particular section, there's not too much in here that's particularly scary. Having 15% below the cap on my vitality resistance is probably the scariest thing in here. And I'm just coming over here for this, the Exalted Stash. I always come to check here. It's not always here. There are a bunch of other places it could be. Didn't drop me anything good, but it's definitely worth checking. There's, like I said, a few places in here where it could be. I also want to go over here because I'm pretty sure this is the place that has a devotion shrine. I'm pretty sure it's going to be over here. We've just hit friendly with the outcast, so I'm pretty sure it was this particular playthrough where I mentioned that you just unlock the outcast and then walk away, and she'll just become revered because you're killing Chthonians and Ethereals all day, every day. Looks like I was remembering wrong. I'd say that Devotion Shrine is only on Ultimate difficulty. Or I'm just completely in the wrong area in my head. That's also possible. Clear these guys out because XP is XP. And the next area has one of the scarier bosses. He's not going to look particularly scary, but potentially he can kill you very, very quickly. So that's being Eketzul, who has his very own boss arena, and he has a fire volcano that he'll put under your feet, and potentially just one-shot you out of nowhere. If your resistances are fine, then you'll be fine. But it is something you need to be aware of, and you need to be watching for, because otherwise you'll just stand there, and even 80% resistance is not going to save you from what is effectively Ravenous Earth with a fire conversion mod. So it will definitely hurt. But it's fine, because you are now forewarned and forearmed. Not sure why you have 4 arms instead of 2 legs, but anyway. So here he is. This little door here, this one, this is there's a boss on the other side of this door, and this is Eketzul's house. So if you see the lightning on these rocks, you know you're in the right area. And he's going to do majority fire, chaos, and vitality damage. Now, my chaos and vitality resistance is not great. But the good thing is we are playing pets, so we can kind of hide behind them. And he should die, actually, pretty quickly. So I'm going to wait for him to land, become attackable, curse. Then we're going to throw Call of the Grave. When he leans forward, flap his wings. Make sure you're behind him. He's going to sunder probably all your pets. and he should be dead before he does the volcano. The next thing he did was probably going to be the volcano. Nope, he did the volcano, he just did it on one of the pets. There it is there for a second. Alright, refresh the skellies, and he dropped us the Empowered Flames Virtue, which is, yeah, decent for a fire build, but, you know, we're not going to use it. We're not an attacking fire build. Although we are a fire build. Havel Aldos here, the Arcane, really needs to die. Not sure why he is dying so slowly. All the pets are out, so it should be fine. These guys here, you can kill them, or you can just run past them. They will reset before they get to you when you're talking to our best buddy Ulgrim over here. Now, a couple of different ways you can handle Ulgrim. Well, actually, there's two. You can talk him down, or you can actually fight him. Now, I haven't done the fight for quite a while, so let's go ahead and kill him. Or at least try to, anyway. So he is pretty tanky, pretty ganky. And this fight is definitely one you can skip. So the pets are holding aggro decent enough. He's on me now. So I'm watching my health. When it gets to half or so, I'm going to pop a potion. So I've got the boys attacking him. Again, once I get down to half, I'm going to use a potion. And I'm going to use Blood of Dreeg pretty much on cooldown. And between the two of them, I should be okay to not die. Also, because of our amulet, Call of the Grave actually is a 15% heal for me. And there we go, we beat him. So, I strongly recommend not doing the fight. But, you know, some reputation and such, it could be fun. Alright, we'll take the Void to Malmouth, and I will find us a way out. So yeah, you can definitely do that with this build. I was tanking him with the actual character rather than the pets for a decent amount of that fight. So as long as you built your character decently well, you should be fine. He is basically a Nightblade, so if you've got good cold resist and pierce and physical and all that, you should be fine. But yeah, if this is your first time through on hardcore, that is a difficult-ish fight that you don't have to take. So, I guess do as I say and not as I do. I mean, I'm not your dad. If you want to do it, you give it a shot. It's all good fun, right? Just, if you do try it and you end up dying, let me know in the comments, because I always love to hear about other people losing characters, so I don't feel like it's just me. But in all honesty, I'd say probably skip the fight. Make a character in softcore. Give the fight a shot. There is actually an achievement for beating that fight. And this pet Cabalist, not this character, but a pet Cabalist was the character that I got that achievement on. Okay, let's go ahead and eat our conversation pie here. Once again, we have been rewarded with a reward we already have and can't use. I think this is going to sell for a little bit, but not really a huge amount. Pretty much par for the course. By the time you get to this point, you'll probably have most of the blueprints that they're going to be offering you. Okay, so like I said, we've got a couple of monster infrequents that we want to get our hands on through here. And the first one is potentially just around the corner. And we've got a decent amount of time left, so probably get at least one of them today. Where are we? Let's eat that. We'll eat that. You know what? I'm going to throw that. I almost certainly didn't need to do that. 2 slots in my inventory is not usually something I run up against. But that's fine. Let's push all the buttons that give us the damages. Missing a couple skellies, so we will resummon them. The rest of the boys are decently healthy, so we're all good. Okay, so that was Lone Watch, and now that we're done with Lone Watch, we're out here in Morndale. And we are looking specifically for a red portal. There are 3 locations out here where the red portal could be. This has got a pile of free XP in it, which I like free XP, so we're going to pick that up. There's another blueprint that we can pick up. Let's go ahead and chuck one more point in there. Okay, so we're going for 12. I think the guide said either 8 or 10, but you know, we'll go for 12. It'll be fine. I can take the points out later if we actually need them for something. I don't have the guide up at the moment, so I'm just kind of winging it based on what I remember from the previous episode. Okay, totem. Everybody loves totems, so we're going to do that, obviously. And then we will go looking for our red portal. So the red portal obviously goes back into the warp. What did we get there? Blight, Salvation, and a Runeforged chest guard, which I'm not going to use. Alright, so you want to be looking for the... Well, if you just go straight to the red circle on the floor, that's one way of doing it. But this particular red circle is really easy to find because of this body of water over here. So, on the map, this is going to look like a Y. You can see it's kind of Y-shaped. Or if you want to look at it like if there's a wall here and this is a tap, water comes out here, this is where you twist the knob. You can look at it like that. You can think of it as being a gun. You can think of it as being whatever you prefer. As long as you know the shape, you'll be able to find the first red portal relatively easy. So just follow this, and it's at this camp here. From there, if you don't find it, you're going to head pretty much directly north. It's a little bit to the west. There's the other one. Obviously, I don't have a portal here either, which is not ideal. But it does mean that I get to go pretty much directly due east now. And it's directly due east from down here, so I actually need to be heading a little bit south as well. But we will go over here and drop a portal next to Dela, since we're going to be in the area anyway. Nope, that's too far north. Can't say no to an Aether Crystal, though. So we're going to go over here. You'll see Dela pop up. There she is. And I'm not going to talk to her. I'm just going to drop a rift and be on my way. Now, there's a decent chance that I'm going to forget completely that I had a rift there, and I'm going to go somewhere else and clear it. But the idea, at least, is that I want to use that at a later date to come back and talk to Dela. So here's my portal. So look for the Y or the tap. First potential portal is just kind of where this points, these little buildings. Second one is more or less here, so if you just go directly north or maybe slightly off to the left, you'll find this one. And then if you don't find that one, then, you know, pretend this is a gun and follow where it shoots. And here's the third location. Okay, so we are in the Cinder Waste. And there is actually a few things in here that we are looking for. First one is a treasure trove. Second one is Bandragos, I think his name is, who we are looking for a quest item. And he's always in the same spot, so he's not hard to find. That's him up there. Minion of Dravis, there's 2 of those. And then you've got, I'm pretty sure it's Bandragos. Yep, there it is. So we're going to go kill them. They should go down relatively easy. This is a pretty high damage build, so you shouldn't have to worry about kiting them away and trying to attrition them down. Next thing I'm looking for is not this guy, but I'll kill him anyway. Is a hero. What are they called? You know what? I'll just point him out when I get to him. Remember this here? Where these steps all kind of coincide? We want to go down there this time. Normally I skip that because it's a pain in the backside. Here he is. Gabalthoon, that's his name. Gabalthoon, the Visage of Madness. Sick the pets on him. I may have to tank this a little bit. Actually looking alright here. I am a few skellies short, and we just lost the Hellhound. But otherwise, kind of okay. You don't actually need to kill him. I just like killing him, so RIP, I guess. Same with these guys, you don't have to kill them. But I've got a Ritualist, a Savagery Archon, sorry, who needed one of those medals, and I ended up farming that guy, these guys, a lot. And they were quite scary because I was undergeared. If you do find another red rift, don't go through it, because this will take you out, and we don't want to go out, we want to go deeper, because there is a boss in the deeper section, and that boss has a belt that I want. +1 to Necromancer skills and some pet bonuses. Here's my treasure trove. I don't actually have these locations 100% memorized, but there's one here, and there's one kind of down here, and I think there's another one over here, but these are the two that I remember. And if it's not in those two places, then I'm kind of out of ideas. But we got what we came for. We killed Bandragos, we killed Gabalthun, we got the treasure trove. There is no Exalted Stash from memory. I am going on memory though, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's no Exalted Stash. Either way, I'm gonna go deeper. Now this section here does get a little more scary. Not super more scary, but the boss at the end can be a little bit rippy as well. The boss at the end is part of a, I guess we'll call it a quest. And you do want to be careful which option you pick here, because not so much in normal difficulty, but in ultimate difficulty, you really want to make sure you don't side with the cultists, or not so much side with them, you don't want to release the cultists. Because if you do, you're going to lose access to one of the best reputation farms for the Witch God cults. So you definitely want to not lose access to that. Let's just dodge out of there. Where are all the pets? Oh, they're off killing other things. Alright, that's fine. Keep killing stuff along here. You basically just want to head up here, along here, and then hug the left side here. Kill everything as you get to it. You do not want to get overwhelmed in here. It's the one time that I have died in this area was because I tried to run through everything and just fight the boss. It's not a good idea. Okay, speaking of the boss is going to appear right here. As soon as I talk to Bloodsworn Nimia, and basically tell them, here we go, what approaches, that'll do. I don't want to let these guys out. They will give you some loot if you let them out. And that's the... that's the wrong one. You do not want this. Okay, I know it looks good. It's +1 to Occultist. You got some pet bonuses there. What's not to like? Well, it's converting Elemental, which is fire damage, to Vitality. So, unfortunately, that's no good. Anyway, alright, so, why should I help you? You deserve to die here. There we go. We're going to leave him there. We'll get the Black Legion rep, and that's pretty much all we can do here, so let's head on out. I'm going to come back in between episodes and farm her a few times, just until I get one of the belts. If I get something with some resistances on it, I'm going to be happy, but that's where you get the belt from. +1 Necromancer skills is the one you're looking for, and absolutely do not wear that +1 to Occultist skills belt. It is not worth the massive, massive loss of damage. Okay, that was odd. Pets didn't attack that. Alright, we have made it to the city of Malmouth. So let's fight our way inside, and we have got a few things to do. While we're out here, the big two, I guess, is going to be... Let's go this way. Is going to be the Devotion Shrine, which should be popping up on the map any second now. It's just a little ways off to the right there. But we've got to get the Devotion Shrine, we've got to get the second quest item for Dela, and then we've got to make it to the Riftgate and do that little fight there. This, we didn't have to fight this. I like XP though. Okay, we could go in here. But I think I'm going to not go in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way, get my devotion shrine, and then I'm going to come back. So here's my devotion shrine, 1 Aether Shard, Fate Weaver's Mantle, okay. Seems I've seen that somewhere before. A little bit more resistance, a little bit more of actually everything. Scaled hide on that. We'll leave it for now, but hopefully I remember to swap this in because it is just straight up better. Not much better, but it is better. Okay, we're going to head north, and we're just going to go in here. Now, you can do the full run through this entire section. You can go find Turnox. You can do all the extra stuff. There's a really good room in here that can potentially give you like 7 dynamites if you get very, very lucky. But I'm just going to go down the stairs here, grab the quest item I need, and leave. If Turnox is in this spawn location or the one just across this bridge, I'll kill him. Nope, Turnox is in the far room. I'm not going to bother running all the way over there, so we'll just kill this and then I'll be on my way. Empowered Mistwalker leggings, you say? That is a lot of resistances. These pants are kind of a double-edged sword. I've had several times where I've been, you know, level 80 something, and I've been stuck with these level 58 pants because I couldn't take them off and not completely destroy my resistances. So they are really good, but they are also a bit of a double-edged sword. Okay, this is where the quest item was. So on this little lectern here, you can see where we are on the map. That's what I was here for. I'm not going to go and hunt down Turnox. We're just going to leave. So we have a Riftgate fight here. Let's just skip our way through a lot of this stuff. Now, the Riftgate is just up here, you can see on the map there. I do want to clear the area at least a little bit, so as I don't have a horde of idiots following me while I do this fight. Let's turn the loot off, just in case. It's probably fine without it. And as soon as I see stars, there we go. We pop the Call of the Grave, we curse all the stars, and voila! We win the fight, eventually. Is everyone dead? Yeah, I think everyone's dead. Yep, here we go. Ulgrim's here now. Lovely. Alright, pick up the loot, talk to Ulgrim. And before I forget, and I'm actually amazed that this has stayed active, and I managed to do it.
I hope you're ready to write that.
We're going to talk to Dela, and we are going to get 2 quest completions here. Thank you for the weapon, and the weapon she gave us is the Bone Snap Gavel, which we are going to sell for iron bits. Okay, keep your eye out once you get into the city, because we are looking for these things. Now, the Flesh Warp Tome specifically is not the one we want. There is another one, which I can't remember the name of at the moment, but there is another one that has pet stuff on it, and it's only going to drop from the Flesh Weavers, Heraxus, and Isinius, I think? So we need to be hunting them down and killing them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to end the episode here. So that's going to be the end of this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Go out and get yourself a belt, and remember, don't get the occultist one. That's a trap. It will actually neuter your damage. It's a crazy loss in damage. Where is it actually? This one? Yeah, that bonus to all pets, that's half of your damage being converted away from the damage type that you're shredding. But other than that, this is a really nice looking belt. It's a shame it's got that that pet conversion there. Anyway, like I said, this is going to be the end of this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. and goodbye for now.